Men nu tror jag vi är redo. Jag hoppas de sista finalisterna är redo. Och vi ska ha med oss nu den här pitchen på länk från Norge. Så nästa pitch, are you ready?
Yes. Hi guys.
Hi. You have 5 minutes for presentation and 4 minutes of questions from the jury. Please go ahead.
Thank you very much. Happy to meet you guys. So I want to tell you about a simple approach to solving everyday hassle. And we don't really want you to waste more time at home waiting for deliveries. And we don't want you to stop worrying if your kids ever got home or where you left your keys. But did you know that the solution to these things is already in your pocket? The thing is, your phone can actually solve these problems already, and much more than those. With your phone, you can actually let delivery people and other people into your door by sharing keys with them. You can also see when your kids got home or when everyone else used their keys, because you have full tracking on digital keys. And when you have your keys on your phone, you don't have to lose them or even think about, did someone copy them or steal them or use them without me knowing. And up until now, the company I'm representing, Unloc, has opened more than 1.5 million doors. And we are growing extremely quickly. Month over month, we're actually doubling the number of doors we opened since we began this company. And Unloc was founded back in 2017 in Norway. Although my English, I am Norwegian. And we were the two founders back in 2017. Now we have a team of more than 40 people coming from lead position and roles such in companies such as Google, Facebook, Airbnb, and a lot of large companies, really, really large talent of people who have built a lot of software industries and scaled platform businesses before. And now we're taking on a new mission to simplify everything with keys. So why are we doing this? Well, we've seen the past years that, and also maybe in particular the last year, that there's been some increasingly large megatrends going on, like online shopping and home delivery. Also, a lot of sharing economy has been going on for a few years, where we use services like Airbnb to get access to apartments, and WeWork to get access to offices. And of course, you need access, right? So you need to get into it through doors. And the same with a different type of home care services, elderly care, cleaning services, and also peer-to-peer sharing economy services in general. And the common denominator is that you need to get access, and that's often a friction point in these services. And what we've seen is that the evolution of keys has gone from being just physical to electronic with cards and fobs. And now, the past years, digital keys has become more and more natural and usual. And we're seeing this as a quick growth. The thing is that there's a lot of different lock manufacturers and providers. And what we do at Unloc is to make sure that you can have one solution that fits all of these different locks. So really one key that fits all locks, which means that you can, from one single app, access every building, regardless of what type of lock is installed. And that's quite different from whatever you've seen up until now. So, right, technically, what we're really doing is that we are integrating our software with all the existing locks out there, and we're making it super, super easy for other businesses and developers to build on top of that. Actually, I think a good comparison would be Klarna in Sweden. They have made it super, super easy to get paid on their web stores so that developers can focus on building an amazing web store and deliver products. Whilst here you can focus on your offering, whatever that is, if it's deliveries or online shopping, or maybe even just managing buildings, and we take care of the key management for you. And this is pretty much what it looks like. You can use your phone to open doors. It doesn't have to be super high tech. It's really, really simple. Everyone has their phone with them, and you can still use your physical key if you want to. So it's a supplement. So you can also book meeting rooms, for instance, just from your phone and get instant access for a time frame or a restricted time period. And you have full access logs and can see who has been using the building and who doesn't have access anymore. So yeah, it doesn't have to be Star Trek. It can be super, super simple with just regular doors like we see today, and the lock system we already have. It's just too complex for people to use. So that's what we're trying to simplify. So this is basically how it looks like, a building with different locks. Everything works from the same solution. So our vision is then to open doors for everyone and ensure to get more freedom with this and really radically improve the mobility of people and services and logistics companies so that we can have a huge impact on also the sustainability point, where we're wasting a lot of time just driving around with keys today, which is a huge pain point in the last mile logistics now that we are really ordering everything to our homes.
Thank you, Unloc. And oh, thank God, that was your last slide.
Yep.
But you can keep talking now because you have 4 minutes with questions from the jury. So if you want to say something about the last slide. So let's start now, the 4 minutes of question.
Thank you.
Thank you for the pitch. I'm curious about the business model. You mentioned doors that are open, but how do they pay? How do the customers pay?
Good question. Yeah. So we are a strict B2B company, so we're helping other companies and their developers to build their solutions with our API. So that means we take care of all the integrations with smart locks and digital locks and access systems and help them integrate it into their own existing software systems. So that would mean that we're actually a B2B2B or a B2B2B2C if you want to take it further. But we are entirely focused on the businesses when it comes to the commercial side. But we are, of course, really, really obsessed about the end user experience, which is why we built one app that is basically your keychain, where you have all your keys. But this is free to download, similar to Swish in Sweden. You can just download our app, log in, and you have access to all your keys.
But how do you charge? Do you charge per hour or per system? Any hardware costs or?
Yeah, so it's only transactional based. So the hardware you can get from our partners. We don't make any hardware. We're a strict software play. So it's transactional based. So whenever you use a key as a business, you pay per key.
So you are an aggregator of all the locks, or why would these? Why would the developers not go directly to the APIs of the individual lock makers?
Yeah, that's a good point, and I like that word aggregator. That because that's entirely what we do, like aggregate all these different APIs and systems out there and make it really, really easy to use. Maybe you know of the company Stripe or Adyen. They make payments super, super easy. Although there are already open APIs for doing payments, they just make it easy for developers to get up and running quite swiftly and then build tools around that. So that is exactly the same we do in the lock industry. And what we've seen so far is that all our customers are saying that they've actually tried integrating themselves, but it's just too much of a hassle and outside of their core business. They just want an easy solution. So they happily pay for that.
And which are the customer segments that you focus on for now?
So we actually have had a lot of pivots, as you do, I guess, in a startup for the past years. We tried out like helping everyone open doors in every single way, like businesses and end users alike. And we quickly learned that really didn't scale. We had to select just one segment. So now we're focusing in on apartment buildings and the residents living there. And the main reason for that is that then we can really help you as an individual with your specific needs and make sure that you get a great impression of our brand, because our app and our brand actually helps you with your everyday hassle. And from there, we can scale into offices, corporate buildings, self-storage spaces, etc. But that's for a later stage.
But you said that you sell. You're a B2B player, so do you sell to the house owners, or do you sell to the companies who wants to access the buildings?
So actually, we sell to two different types of companies today. One of them will be the logistics companies and service deliveries. Like those are actually delivering some type of offering to the building or to the residents. That's a transactional based, like you pay every time you use a key. And the main reason for that is that you don't have to have this like missed delivery when the people weren't at home, right? So that's quite a huge cost actually. But the other model is for just those companies who actually help manage buildings, like the operations of buildings, facility management, real estate management. Those often manage tens and thousands of keys for their portfolio, so we can easily help them out and automate those services, and they can also reduce their costs quite substantially.
Thank you. 4 minutes. So there was loads of questions coming, I can see that. But thank you so much, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.